maybe my last video, but so I was just showing the airlines. It's basically easy as hell for this car. You get a really big bundle. This is basically what I have left. I still have this much left even after doing the entire car already. I did a 3/8 line, and the easiest way to do this is to run through this hole right here in the frame, and it goes all the way down. I left a little at each side, even though this thing looks like it goes all the way over there. I still bring some in case I have to redo the cut. But like I said, there's plenty of it left. So on each side, you'll take the edge bolts for this plate, and then there's like a rubber keeper right there. And you can pull this aside, and I basically ran a line on the driver's side along this line. I believe this is the e-brake. This goes all the way to the back. And then, like I said, I was not wanting to drill through the body, so I found a grommet that's on each side. And I basically was really careful with cutting a hole in the very edge so I don't nick the wires that are going in there, so it's all the way on the edge. So if you do that, make sure you cut away from the wires. And that's basically it. It comes up. I might put some foam or something right there in case, but I mean it's not sharp or anything right there. Zip tied it to this little hole right here, and it's not really pressing on anything. The rear one is really short, just goes straight to the airbag and then back through there. Same way is on the other side as well. It just comes through that frame rail all the way up alongside those hard lines that are right there. Comes up, you got the same hole right here you can Velcro or zip tie to, and same grommet. So yeah, rear one's right there, zip tied right there. And what else? I ran them inside. This is basically all up to you, but I wanted kind of a way to make it look still like it's factory, at least the carpeting. So I basically went through the carpet side, and I also poked a hole through. There's some like insulation that goes on the whole fender well, so I did the same way for that. And then for me, I wanted to be able to adjust the dampers, so I just basically cut a little access panel right here, and there's a little turn dial. Basically just pop it back up and carpet's right there. Got the hose in. I basically used that as a centering, but like I said, I'm probably going to find something else to mount that to. What else we got? Yeah, I mean that's basically it. Just use the little knife, cut over there. You can access those. I mean, there's not really much else to it. This 3S system is the base one, so it's got 3 wires come out of this full connector. They're labeled too, so if you look on there, you got the battery fused, which is a 12 volt all the time. Then there's a switched one and then a ground. Run that over here, and basically it. I might find a way. I'm not sure how I want to do the drain part for the tank. I may try to see where the vent is coming off the battery and do one over there. I think that might be it, because that grommet right there goes underneath here. So that would be a good little spot, because this is a battery drain right there, and then there's that one. So that won't be too bad either. Yeah, like I said, once I learned some things in my other videos to say, this other side of the airbag went in pretty easily. Everything's bolted up, and I'll have plenty of time to go grab some lunch and stop by Lowe's and get some wood or foam. I may just get, well, no, it can't be foam. They got a foam board, but I don't think it's too thick, so I might get like a thin piece of wood and that foam, because I didn't get the dampening thing for the compressor, because that thing is like $60 for the kit for one compressor. I'm pretty sure it's easy enough to find out how to stop it from vibrating, because it's already got bushings on the mount for the compressor. I didn't really see what was in that kit. It just kind of said anti-vibration kit, and it was adding a bunch, and I was being greedy with trying to cut out pricing. I don't know what this little thing. Oh, this is just an antenna. Interesting. I'm always looking at stuff, and it's made in Mexico. That's weird. Okay. Yeah, so then I'll be able to have my spare tire still in here. Those little brackets came out, little couple push-in pieces, and the lights, and these two side pieces came out, and then there's an under insulation piece below them. I think I'm just gonna show you guys. I didn't have these things fastened yet, but this piece is basically a big foam insulation mat. It slides all the way over there. You can see where I just cut a slit and slid it right over, and then I cut this open a little more so I could access the little damper knobs. Pretty easy. Didn't really block anything else. I may find a way to where the whole assembly can be pushed out if I do have to like crawl into the back, but I don't think I really need to access the back much. The only time I had the battery disconnected was when I was trying to store it for a while. But, I mean, even then, I could probably just leave it connected over here and then just disconnect it out front somewhere, one of the grounds. And then just don't be greedy with running air lines. I basically ran enough to like pull all the way out here, just in case I start doing some fancy stuff. I mean, it just has to go to this module right here. They have, I'm most likely going to do it that way, so then the adjusters can be on that side, and the air lines are out of the way with the tank. And then, what else? I mean, it's pretty simple once you get those stupid rear airbags in. I honestly think if you can get those rear airbags in, then you're good to go for the rest of it. And it's a pretty clean install, because once I put the wheel wells back in, everything will be covered. I'm going to end up putting the front wheels on and then just trying to like lower it and see where I want to route this line, but I'm most likely going to zip tie this one just flat down here and then have it somewhere like this. But I want to make sure I'm clear to the wheel, so I'm probably going to try to get it really close to somewhere else over there. Probably like down over there. And then I want to stay away from the exhaust a little bit. But these exhausts don't get really too crazy. Yeah. Once you're right there, you're really just at the end. I try to push the hose more, and I want it to kind of come out to this hole. But I'm pretty sure, I don't think they're connected. Either they're not connected or the subframe bolt is blocking it. But being I had extra, I was just kind of jamming it because I was just going to cut the end off if it did get deformed. That's why I said just run a little extra. And then these kits have both pieces, so make sure you get whatever airline you're running with it. So I'm doing 3/8, so I got the 3/8 one, but they do include the 1/4" ones, and that's about it. Also, I found out you don't need the key in or anything, and this whole steering, it doesn't even lock. Like, you can turn the whole steering both ways fully without the key or anything. I thought that was kind of interesting, because I thought steering wheels are supposed to lock in place. Maybe I have something where I gotta look up, but I say quick things: cut tabs, insert, ball joints. Oh, and I had to rig it. Don't do this, but this is only temporary until I replace that front blower control arm, but they include spacers for the front for this suspension right here for the early models, but like I don't need it because I'm not the early model. So I ended up using it for here because this stupid threads got messed up enough to where it wouldn't go all the way. Yeah, and I just used that as a spacer for now until eventually I get somewhere where I can just take that arm off really easy and just redo it, because I ended up somehow hammering it enough to where I could get this nut on, but it still kind of cross-threaded it, so that's pretty much where it would stop at before it seized up, and I didn't want to try it any more than I really needed to. Just remember to put your little sensors back in, your brackets on, whatever you did, and that's basically it. These things, like for this is a 10 millimeter on the end, so you can put a crescent wrench on here, or if you have, I think it's like a 22 or 23 millimeter, and then just twist that opposite way while you're holding this, and now tighten that. I did that same thing for the ball joint as well. And yeah, I'm probably gonna have to eventually replace the freaking ball joint because I messed that up with that fork. So don't use the fork. But like I said, it's pretty easy. Once you loosened it, just hit the side of this arm right here. I know it's probably common sense, but sometimes you just want to